you have it over there. But here cited by, it means this work, 10 people have cited this work in their paper. Yeah. So I also want to cite it because I found, or when I was reading, I realized it's interesting, or there was something useful in the paper, and then I want it. So I come to cite. So when I click on cite, it will give these MLA, APA, Chicago, Harvard, Vancouver are types of referencing style. So if you look at it critically, when you look at the MLA, the name of the person, Kweyun Sadia, Ital. The Ital means there are a lot of people, so they cut it. So a lot of people wrote the paper. So when you see Ital, it means maybe 3 or more people names are included. So the MLA is a style of it's a referencing style. And then the APA, so when you look at the APA, the other people's names are in there. And then even when you see the MLA, where the year of publication is at the end. But here the year of publication is right after the people's name. And then we have Chicago, we have Harvard, and then we have Vancouver. So these ones, it depends on, for instance, if you are submitting your paper for publication, most of the times, every journal has its own referencing style. So that one, later on, we shall look at that. But I think for thesis, for instance, the school will have its own style. The school will have its own style. Later, we will look at that. So here, I come to EndNote. When I click on Cite, because I'm using EndNote, I come to EndNote, which is at the end here, and click on EndNote. So you see it has downloaded here. The reference has been downloaded over here. So I go here and then click on Open. So automatically it opens into my EndNote library. So Kweyun, Sadia, whatever. And then if you come here, their names are here, the year of application, the title of it. So I click on that and go back to my Word where I want to place that citation. So I come to the, so maybe at the end of my introduction, I want to put my reference at the end of special resolution. So like I said, the cursor must always be at the end of the particular word or the sentence or paragraph where you want to put your citation. So my cursor is here. And I go to EndNote. Let me minimize my page so that. So I go to EndNote, and then where we have the insert citation, I come down to the insert selected citation, and it will be there for me. So you see there's it has been cited. So when I come down to the last page, always it will come to the last page. So when I come down here, that is it, number 1. S Kweyun Ming, S perverse, whatever. Yes. So that is another way. So for instance, with this, like I was saying, the reference has a lot of styles. This, I'm using the IEA, which is for the mechanical engineering people. But for instance, we have, this is a bioresource tech. The bioresource tech is a journal. So if I'm submitting a paper to them, I have to use their style. We have the Chicago Journal of Clinical Nursing, Journal of Hazardous Materials, we have numbered, we have Vancouver. So there are sometimes when we look at we read some journal or we read some papers, we realize that some are different. Let me try and then open some. It's not in numbers like this, but it's rather in the people's name that comes. Let me see if I can have a paper like that. Please find me to let me try and then find another one which is quite different. Okay, let me see. What is wrong? Yeah, so for instance, when we look at this paper, it uses the people's name, Rahman et al. 2009. So depending on what is happening. So for instance, a journal like soil and sediment contamination. So that is their style. But since most of we are not going to publish our work and it's our thesis, I don't really know the style that the school uses. Maybe I will have to find out. If anyone knows about that, also the person can also help us with that. So you choose the style based on what the school wants. Okay. Yeah. So here we can have the, let me see, journal for clinical, how theirs is like. Yeah, so if, like for instance, the Journal for Clinical Nursing, they also use names. So here, the reference that we cited, the names of those people who wrote the paper are here. So that is one way of inserting our references or doing our reference. I don't know, I'll pause here if there's any question before we continue. So please, I'll pause here and then if there's any question, anyone can answer. Like you can let me know so that I try to answer. If not, then we continue. Okay, let me read some questions. Abigail, are the citations below coming automatically after you insert the citation in the main body of the document? Yes, the citations below will come automatically after you insert the citation. And then using the EndNote seems so convenient. Is there any downloading link for Windows users? Yes. There is. So Abigail, the citations, once you do them, it will come automatically down there for you. Let me try and the work I use already have references, so it seems those references are there. Let me see if I can try and then delete, or let me open another new document and then put in those that itself any reference. Okay. So that it will be much. Yeah. So for instance, this new document has no references. So this one, when we come to the end of the page, we can see that there are no references over there. So to answer Abigail's question, here we want to insert in some references. So for instance, at the end of figure 1 and 2, we want to input, we want to cite where we picked these sentences from. So we go to endnotes here, and then okay, recently added. So I want to input this reference here, biology metals from waste electrical and electronic equipment. So I select on it and then go back to my Word document, and then still my cursor is still at the end of where I want to input it. So I just go to insert citation. So insert selected, and then the reference is there. So Abigail, to answer, you see that the reference is down below. It comes there automatically. You are not the one who's supposed to write them. Once you do them right, it will come there for you. And then, for instance, here at the end of relationships, we also want to input a citation there. So we go to endnote, and then let's use this. An emerging group of membrane property sensors. So we selected it already. So I just go to the Word documents, and then to endnote, to this drop down, insert selected citation. And then I have the second one also there. And like I was saying, it depends. I don't know the style that the school uses, whether the school uses, in the next, I'll try and then find out. So this is for instance, if this work is to be sent to this Journal of Clinical Nursing, this is how the reference style should be. Or we can have numbered. So numbered, it changed them to 1 and 2, but these ones are still there. Yeah. So that is it. And Tooms, yes, the endnote is more convenient. It's better than doing it manually. You might even forget some of your reference. So I'll try and see. But I think for endnote, I think it can be used on. Maybe it might be different. What I use on my Mac might be different for Windows people. But I think I used to have the other one. So I'll try and see in the course of the week and give it to Vanny, and then he can put it on our page. Oh, but no. Yeah, I'll give it to Vanny. So if you want it, yeah, you can get it from him. How does the endnote appear in the MS Word app? Yeah, once you download, once you install the endnote on your laptop, you go to Word. Most of the times it just appears automatically for you. It will just come there. For instance, here, everything that I'm using here, the Grammarly, the endnotes, these ones, they are not part of how do you call it? The MS Word toolbar. So I've just added them. But if you install your endnotes into your laptop, automatically you have this endnote appearing over here. For instance, for this Grammarly also. Or you can go to File and is it? Let me see, Preferences. Tools. I've forgotten of that one, but I know it, but I know it will automatically come there. If it doesn't, for when you are using it on Word document, you go to your Word and you come down to what? And you go to add-ins, plugins. You can just plug in over there. But for I know definitely when you install, it will come directly to your Word document. Yes. So when you do, Abigail, please, when you do, it will automatically come there. If it doesn't, you can find me and I'll help you out. Please, is there any more questions? I'm waiting. If there is no other, then we can continue. Okay, it's already been done. All right, so that is it. And it's the other one also, like how we number our work, like our page numbering and all that. Oh, okay. Let me talk about the paraphrasing our work. Maybe you find something in a paper and you want to add it to your work. There are some free paraphrasing or summarizers that you can use, that you don't have to think too much to use them. The most popular one is Killbot. Let me see. Okay. Also, this WordTune and this Killbot paraphrases are the most common ones, and they are free to use. We have the Grammarly, but Grammarly you have to pay for it. And then we have Reference and Write. That one also you have to pay for it, but we being students, sometimes we don't have a lot of money, so we go with the cheap side. So we use this one. So, and these ones are also quite helpful. Killbot is what I've been using from back in the days. And then recently I found this one, WordTune, which I've also been using that. So let me try and then open a journal. So for instance, I'm reading this journal and come across something in there. I think because we cannot write everything from our head, that is impossible. We cannot write everything in our head. And besides, whatever we are doing, someone has already done it. There's no like area that people have done something. And so obviously we will pick on people's work and we just try to make them into our own words. Yes. So I'm reading and I come across this paragraph, maybe soil replacement involves using a large amount of uncontaminated soil to blend with or cover the surface of contaminated soil. And yeah, so I come across this paragraph, which I think, oh, the things there are useful. Like if I include this in my work, it will help me. So I just select them and I go to copy. So I go to so let me start here. So you go to your Google and I don't know, yeah, for Baidu and those things, I don't think they are there. So mostly you have to go to Google. So paraphrasing, I already have it. So paraphrasing 2, and I click on that. So it's the first because it's what I've been using. So you see it's the first one which pops up. So I click on that and it opens for me. So let's read files is open. Yeah. So when it opens, this is how it opens. So Cicf will rewrite your text. Start by writing or putting something here and then press the paraphrase button. So I just paste what I had over there. So I just paste what I have over there. And then I come to the paraphrase. I click on the paraphrase. So it also has a word count. So these words are 30 words. All these are 30 words. So it paraphrases my work for me. Here it is soil replacement involves using a large amount of uncontaminated soil to blend with or cover the surface of contaminated soil and includes techniques such as soil capping, land filling, and encapsulation. So it paraphrases for me. Soil capping, land filling, and encapsulation are examples of soil replacement processes that entail utilizing a substantial volume of uncontaminated soil to mix with or cover the surface of contaminated soil. So you can see that it's not the exact words that are here, but it gives you the meaning here. It's almost the same as what it is over here. And then even if there are some words in there that you think you don't like them, for instance, our examples, you click on our examples and it gives you other words that you can use. So example, types, instances, forms, sums, variations, illustrations. So you pick any of them which you think suits you. But I think for your example is okay. So you just maintain that. Yeah. So this paraphrases what it is here, what the original words of the person, and then it gives me a different wording, which is not the exact main words as this. So for instance, so that in case you want to check for plagiarism, it helps because they are not the exact words. Some are in there, but others are not in there. So this quillboard gives you the chance to rephrase it, even if still you are not like enthused with what you have over here. You can still rephrase it. Abigail says that the paraphrasing work with Chinese too. No, it doesn't work. Please, are you writing your thesis in Chinese? It doesn't work with, oh my God. She says yes. Wow. It doesn't work with Chinese. That is one sad aspect. Hey, writing your thesis in Chinese. Okay, Jayo. Wow. It doesn't work in Chinese. That is most unfortunate. It only works in English. I don't know whether the Chinese have one, but I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't work with Chinese. It only works with English. So I don't know how. Maybe you can still take the Chinese, translate it in English, and then you paraphrase it. That would be a lot of work, but I don't know how you're going to do that. Oh, Pastor Tresor. Wow. Hey, writing thesis in Chinese. Even writing in English is not easy. How much more in Chinese? Wow. Much respect to you guys. Wow. I thought thesis will be written in English since you are Chinese taught, but I never knew it's English. It is in Chinese. So maybe you can go by the way I'm saying. You pick in Chinese, you translate to English, and then you paraphrase it, and then it might not mean the same. You can have some differences. Yeah, this one it is well. It is very well. Hey. Wow. That's a lot of work. Oh my God. So that is it. I'm so surprised. I don't even know what to say. Yeah. So maybe we go by that way. So we can also use the word tune, like I was saying. So you go to Google and so word tune. There are other ones, but most of them they are paid. They are paid. So we normally go by the unpaid ones, the free ones, so that you can also enjoy. So you have the word tune. So let's read. Yeah, definitely you have to do that. You paraphrase and then you translate. Hey, this is too much. Okay, so the red tune. Yeah, let's use the one we have already here, since this one is taking long to open. Oh. So it's also okay here. So it opens a dialog box for you, which is write or paste your text here. So I just go to paste. So so mostly I use these two and I try to do comparison from what the Krillbot will give me and then what the word tune will also give me. Then I pick the good ones. So the same thing, we just click on the rewrite and it is also rewriting. Here, this one is good because it gives you like 5 different ways of it. So the first one says it entails mixing a large amount of uncontaminated soil. Okay. So if I really I don't like it, I don't need to copy. So if you click on this, it will copy. And then replacement of soil involves the use of a large amount of uncontaminated soil to blend with or cover contaminated soil. So this gives you different ones, like different, the same sentence that I copied. It gives you like, I think 5 different ways. It rewrites them in 5 different ways. So you just have to read and choose the one which is more appropriate for you or which sounds good in your ears. Yeah. So that is it for the paraphrasing tool. So that is it. So you can just pick from here any one of them that you want, and like if you have the crew boat also, you try to do comparison. So it will help you. You can balance it very well, and then you can have a good sentence. So like I said earlier on, we cannot be writing everything from our head. It's and especially you guys who are writing it in Chinese. Yeah, you can pick some these things from the English journals, and then you try to paraphrase them, and then you translate them back to Chinese. Yeah, I think it will be helpful. Yeah. So that is that for the paraphrase. And then when you like here to so in this here too, we have the Grammarly also here. So this Grammarly also helps you to correct, but that are writing in Chinese. I don't know how you can use the Grammarly also in Chinese. The Grammarly also helps in correcting your grammar if there are any mistakes in there. So the Grammarly tool is a software you can also install, and then when you install, you add it to your Microsoft Word. So it's also good. But the Grammarly, they have the ones that you pay, you can also use them to rewrite some of these things or paraphrase some. But these ones are free ones. So these ones is just correct your grammar for you. Just a few ones. They even tell you that there are some premium or whatever ones that those ones you need to pay. But no, unfortunately, I'm not using the paid ones. I'm using the unpaid ones, the free ones. So yeah. So this work has it says the writing style is the test score of this is 43 out of 100. This score represents the quality of writing in this document. You can increase it by addressing Grammarly suggestions, and then it tells you the readability because this is not correct. So I think your test is likely to be understood by college students, but it may not be easy for many to read. So this one gives you the word count, characters, number of words, sentences, readability, word length, sentence length, and all those things. So this there is the test score is very low, 43%, very, very low. So okay. It has given me some suggestions. You see, for instance, this one, probe design. You see, correct your spelling. So you just go there and correct it. So because it was there was no space in between, and then here it gives you a spelling check. Add to, I don't know what it means anyway. I don't know what that thing is. And then here it fixed droplet. It says liquid droplets. There should be an S. So this one also helps you to correct some small grammar. But unfortunately, you are not writing in English. I don't know. This is a big issue. Is there a Chinese Grammarly? After translating, the grammar becomes structured at times. Maybe I'll find out for my yeah. I'm just saying there's yeah. So teams, please you can contact Abigail. Yeah, but she's maybe you have to pay. Yeah. So is this the okay? You are just assuming. All right. Okay. Yeah. So for if you are writing in English, this one would have been helpful. So it just corrects some few mistakes for you. So liquid droplet. If I want to, I just click on here to fix the mistake. Different. It says I should add an article to it. Liquid droplet are involved in different psychological. So it's telling me that there's a missing article. So I should add either the involved in there. So if it sounds good to your ears, okay, I just click on that. And then here processes. So it shows in text where there are mistakes. So lip are involved in different physiological process. And then it gives you a reason why you should, they are giving you that suggestion. It seems, so here it says, it seems that process may not agree in number with other words in this phrase. So processes, yeah, it's right. And then here it shows you, if you show in text where you have to see, it appears that you have improperly spaced some punctuations. Consider adding a space. So I just do that. So whilst you are doing that, you see that now the test score is increasing from 43. It's moved to 45. So as you continue to do that, you realize that at the end of the day, you might get around 83, or sometimes you can even get like 90. But the most unfortunate thing is they have premium issues. You have 17 premium issues, but the premium issues, it means that you need to pay, which I'm not paying, so I cannot use that. Yeah, so I can do these basic ones, and it helps. It really helps a lot if you are using the Grammarly. But so unfortunate that the thing is being done in Chinese. But all the same, you can still use it. Yeah. So please, any question? We have like 15 minutes. You're supposed to close at 9:30. If there's a question, or if there's no other, then we can move on. Okay. Okay. In case I decide to use German, am I supposed to pay in dollars, or I can even pay in euros? And most of the times you can use PayPal to pay. So PayPal you can pay in UN. It will just convert it into the dollar rating for you. Yeah, if you are using PayPal, it converts. If you have the PayPal account, once you are in China, it's the PayPal account, it converts it into UN for you. You can also get one on P.Tresor. Yeah, P.Tresor, Taobao, they have everything. It's true. Is there a free version of the paraphrasing software? Yeah, the free version is what I'm using. These ones, the Quillbot and then the word tune, especially the Quillbot is free. You can use it. I used that. I was lucky. My master's thesis was in in English, and every paper that I've written throughout is in English. So this is what I've always been using. Yes, and it's really, really helpful. It's really helpful. Yeah, and it's absolutely free, except in some cases, there's internet issues. Sometimes it will be because we are using VPN. Sometimes it will just be fooling. So I just switch from, if the VPN is in US, you just switch to France, and then off you go. The same thing applies to the Google Scholar. Sometimes also when you are using it, you find issues with it. So anytime I encounter such problems, because I'm using this Epic browser, I just go to where the thing is, and then I switch country. So right now you see that I'm using France. So if I'm having issues, then I switch to maybe US East Coast or something like that. Aside that, it's free and it's helpful. Yeah, you can use it. But if you want to use the paid ones, they have, even the code boot, they have paid ones also. And they have the Grammarly, they have paid. And then we have another one, reference and write. That one is also paid. Yes. Yeah, there's a word limit. There is a word limit. Let me see. For instance, it tells you initially before you start to. Oh, there's a word limit. I think let me try to take this full paragraph and put it there. There's a word limit to it. Yeah. Okay. You see, it says get premium for unlimited words. So there's a word limit to it. This is 135. So some of these words cannot. I think it's up to, yeah. So there's a word limit to it. So Abigail, there's a word limit. Yeah. But if you are using the premium, then you have unlimited words. You can take your whole thesis there and go ahead. Yeah, there's a word limit. Okay, let's move on to the last one, and then later on we see. So we're still using this document over here, and we want to how we insert our page numbers, because at the end of the day you will have to. Let me try to open. We will have our title page and then a whole lot. Let me see. Oh. the internet. I'm trying to open one work and use that. Okay, so for instance, yeah, let's use this. So at the end of the day, our work is going to be like this. This is the title, like our title page, where and then you have these writings which are this the declaration at the end of everything. Maybe this one we shall look at it critically next week, but let's just a brief of it. So we have all these abstracts, introduction, and then whatever chapters that follows. And when we are numbering our pages, definitely these ones from here, up here, they are not part of the main work. So our main work, even the abstract is not part of the main work. So in this, then our number one, our page numbering will start from the introduction part. Yeah, down to the last work. So mostly these parts are in Roman numerals. Up from here, all these places, because they are not part of the main work. So next week, we shall look at that one also, and then how to do the table of contents. But for this one, like this, if we want to insert our page numbers, like here, you come down to this page, which is the abstract. And then, so we come to maybe this part, like any part around here, and go to the layout, and we go to breaks, to the section breaks, and then we select the next page. So there's a whole new page, and then we come down to where we want to start our work from. So the introduction, that will be our number one. So there too, we come down to the end, the last word, we place our cursor there and go back to insert and go to page number. So page number, go to the format page numbers, and we come to, so the page number, we have format. So 1, 2, whatever, but we are using 1, 2, 3. And then we come to start. Page number, continue from previous session, no, we select the start at. So start at 1. And this document has a problem. Let me use the other one so we can get it. Okay. Let's try to use this one. So for instance, this is our abstract. And then we have chapter 1, okay. Let's try to have more pages. So now we can have like, we have 3 pages. Okay, let's wait. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Let's create another one. So we can have like 4 pages. Yeah, so we have 4 pages, and this page where the abstract is not, at the end of the day, it will not be part of our main, like we will not start one from the abstract page, but one will start from the end where we have our introduction. So when I come to the abstract page, I place my cursor in any place around this part, and then go to the layout again. So page breaks, and then come to the next page. And there's the page has been, like, there's been a page break, so another page has opened. Then I come down to place my cursor here, the introduction, at the end of this page. And I go back to the insert and go to page number. So I go to format page. So start from 1. Wait, what is happening? Wow. Let me try again. Okay, so insert. Oh.